Well, hey, this is Dr. Rhonda, and I am so excited to be with you again. And welcome to another edition of Empowered Heart to Heart. I'm telling you, I've said it over and over again. And if you have been following me for a while and paying attention, you know, you probably can say it with me. I have met some of the best people this side of heaven on this podcast. I've met people from all over the world, and it has been a phenomenal journey the past 2+ years. And today is no exception. Yes, I have another guest. I am so excited about that because, for the month of July, we've been talking about transformation. I don't think we would have a problem finding people who say, yes, I want to change. I want to change. We all want to change something, but are we willing to do the work? Because there is work involved. Yes, there is. Always. There's work involved. And so when we talk about transformation this month, we're talking about three components: mindset, execution, and accountability. There are other things that we can talk about, but I found that those three key components are essential to making transformation a lasting experience. I don't know about you, but the whole one and done thing, feel good today and I'm back to where I used to be tomorrow, doesn't work for me. It's depressing. I need lasting change. And so we're trying to work through and have those powerful discussions about what we need to do to bring transformation. And so today I have a unique guest with us today. I'm super excited to introduce her. Natalie McCabe is a devoted educator. I'm excited about that because we have that in common. She is a devoted educator with a mission to change the world one family at a time. Natalie has been a teacher for 30 years. She's been a single parent for 15 years, and she has been an orphan for over 25 years. She has had to travel the journey of parenting alone. Wow, that's scary. That is scary. But she's done it, and she's learned what she could along the way. She has written an amazing book called Sink or Swim Parenting, sharing her personal stories of surviving to thriving. The book also includes a wide variety of practical strategies to use in all aspects of parenting, from toddlers to teens. Oh my goodness, this is exciting. This is going to be good, y'all. So before I even bring her in, let me tell you what you need to do, because you need to do something right quick. Make sure, if you're watching us on our YouTube channel, make sure that you like, comment, and share this video, because you don't want to miss this. You've been wondering, what on earth am I going to do with this kid? Where did he come from? What am I going to do with her? Well, you're about to get some answers and some help today. So like, comment, and share this video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the notifications button so you'll know every single time I upload a video. Also, if you're on social media, and who isn't, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter, all with the same handle, TSEFIORG. That's for the Simmons Empowerment Foundation Incorporated, of which I'm the founder. And so make sure that you're reaching out to us however you can, because we want to hear from you. And now I want to hear from our special guest. Oh my goodness, welcome to the show, Natalie. Welcome.
Hello, Miss Rhonda. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. So you are a parent coach.
Yes.
They said that when you have these babies, you don't birth a baby and an instruction manual too. So I guess you would be that instruction manual. How did how did you arrive at this career choice?
Well, it's not a short story. I'll try to compress it a bit. But first, I want to say, with parent coaching, I want people to understand what it's not, right? I'm not here to tell you what to do, because there is no cookie cutter really solution for every family, because every child is different, every parent is different, every family is different, right? So with parent coaching, we create together. the solutions based on the parents' values and their strengths, right? So that's part of the job that I love. So I started teaching dance when I was 14, and that brought me right into this realm of education and school teaching in elementary school, and I loved it. Did it for a number of years. When I had my own children, though, I was kind of in need of some childcare, so that put me on a path to create my own childcare center, licensed center, where my children would have somewhere to go after school. So that was another amazing journey. And then back into the elementary school teaching again. It's, kind of been all over the place. But I finally realized, I love these kids. They're all my kids. But I really realized after my own journey of single parenting, parents, that's the hardest job in the world. There's no question that, especially if you want to do it well. And, so I thought, if I go into this, I can use my skills. I'm still impacting and helping children, but I'm also helping their parents.
Yes. Oh my goodness. You said a mouthful. Parenting is the hardest job in the world. How do you go from wanting to protect them from everything to wringing their neck and still showing the love? How do you have all of that in the same 24 hours?
It's true, right? And we do. And no matter, what their age is. I mentioned before, some of the strategies I used when my kids were toddlers, I used again when they were teens, having their meltdowns, because it was about me. I needed to take a deep breath and calm myself and not talk and allow them to have their moment, walk away, so that strategy right there, used it when they were 2, used it when they were 16, mouthing off at me. Right.
Wow, that is great. That is
Yeah,
great.
because it's about in here, right, for us.
Yes. And so when I was reading your bio, there were a couple of things that jumped out to me, that you parented alone. And, single parenthood, unfortunately, is a common occurrence today.
Mhm.
No one, it's just common. You see it so much. Um, how do single parents stay sane? How do they find that outlet to keep them going and do all that they do? How do you do that? Where do you go?
Well, most of them don't, unfortunately. And there were many years that I didn't have that outlet. I literally, my whole world, 24/7, 365, was about the children, about working to provide for them, about taking care of the home, right? I mean, there was no time for me. Lost myself completely. Who's Natalie? Had no idea. So my advice to parents in that situation is, don't make the mistake I did. You have to find that outlet. You have to find that 10 minutes a day, 30 minutes a week for something that lights your spirit, something that makes you feel good. That's going to be different for everybody. For some people, it'll be sitting down reading a book. For others, it's coffee with a friend. For others, it's dancing, swimming, whatever it is. But that is a critical piece that all parents really are missing, but it's even more important for the single parents because they don't get as many breaks away from their children, and just that level of overwhelmment of that you're responsible for absolutely everything all the time. It's even more important for those parents because when you have that little piece of you that's feeling good, your kids are going to see that. Right. And we want our children to take time for themselves, value themselves, know that they are worthy. We have to teach them that by modeling that. It's not enough to just say, yeah, you're a great kid and you're worthy. And no, if they don't see us taking care of ourselves and valuing ourselves, then they won't do that themselves.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. There's something that you said previously when you were talking about your experience, trying to raise your kids and do it all. You said you created uh, an after school care program, licensed program. I love how your response was to create something that you don't have. as opposed to trying to find the resources or the coping, just trying to make it. So how did you find the strength or the know-how to create what you wanted?
Part of it was a bit of ignorance. I didn't really know what I was getting into. I kind of,
Okay.
just was like, okay, so I need childcare, and I just started doing the research, taking time. And I had to learn a lot. I had to learn about all the licensing regulations, had to meet with the school, had to, figure out where the startup money was going to come from, all of those things. But it happened in steps and stages. And I found that once I committed to each little piece, then there was someone there that showed up that helped with that piece. Right. So when it came time to incorporate the business, well, then I had someone that had a corporation that they were going to sell me for super cheap. And then, when the accounting side came, well, one of the parents at my after school program was an accountant. So I was like, bonus, right? So once I found that with other, things in my life, is once I've made that commitment and you're all in, heart full, and not stressing too much, right? Those cooperative components and those little things that you need to support you in your journey, they just kind of show up. That makes sense.
Okay. So you just spoke volumes to me because that's that's faith.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need help to do nothing. And I know that's probably grammatically incorrect, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely.
Yeah, when you're not doing anything, you don't need those extra resources because you're not doing anything. And
Mm-hmm.
so as you made those strides, the help showed up. And
Yes,
so that's powerful. That is powerful. But I can see, how that could be scary too.
it
Uh,
was.
yeah. So if you had to give a message to a a teen mom, a young mom, a single mom, whatever adjective you want to put in front of mom, a parent, what
Mm-hmm.
what advice would you give a new parent today?
Definitely a couple of things. Find that time for yourself to remember who you are as a person, what lights you up, what's your passion, because that is only going to benefit your child. It is not a selfish thing. Think of it as you're investing in yourself for your child to be a better mom, more calm, more pleasant, more confident, all of those things, and more connected to your child. The other thing I would say, and I wish someone told me this when I was a new mom, listen to your intuition, not everybody else. Take that time to listen to your gut feeling and connect with that little person and have that just knowing. We have that mom, I call it spidey senses at times, right? So no matter what the family members are saying, you should do this, or the books are saying you should do this, your child is uniquely them. And you are their unique parent. And God put you together for a reason. So listen to your instincts, tune out all of the noise about you should do it this way. And there's no shoulds here. There's no shoulds. It's about that strong, genuine, loving bond that you want to create with your child that you both can enjoy.
Wow. Wow. How did you know as a parent those times when you were at your breaking point and you knew, well, and you
We
knew,
all had those.
yeah, you knew you needed some help. How how did you know, okay, I can't take anymore. I better find somebody to talk to. How did you know you were at that point, and how did that point look any different than any other day?
Oh, physical symptoms, just physical, well, exhaustion, or, when you get that level of frustration that you can feel like the hair standing up, the blood is just boiling. Like I can't take any more of this. I would reach out to my support network of my girlfriends because I did not have my parents. And my ex and I, we split when the kids were 2 and 4.
Oh,
So it was, I was alone with 2 toddlers much of the time. So, but if I couldn't, but there were times I couldn't even reach out to to my network, right? So my faith played a big piece in that. Reading books, that, had me feeling connected, that I'm supported. Mindfulness was huge. Now, not a lot of time for mindfulness when your children are 2 and 4 and you don't have a dishwasher and they're eating 5 times a day. But at the end of the day, when I put them into bed, my meditation was washing those dishes just with the music on, slow, hot, soapy water on my hands, appreciating this calm, quiet time and thinking to myself, instead of complaining, I got to do all these dishes, it was a mindset shift that, okay, how good is it going to feel when I wake up in the morning and all these dishes are dry and clean to start the next day, right? It's,
Yes.
those little mini mindset changes are absolutely critical to moving forward.
Wow, that is wonderful. I love mindfulness myself. It's an experience. If you haven't tried it, to our audience, if you haven't tried mindfulness, try it. It is wonderful. You know, it centers you. It really makes you reevaluate things, and that quiet time is invaluable. You just there's no substitution.
It's true. And I used to do it with my children in my classroom, the 9 and 10-year-olds. We would have mindfulness every day after lunch, lights off, 5 minutes. I started them off with 2 minutes actually, and then we did it the whole entire school year. And it really, if I forgot for some reason, they were reminding me, "Oh, miss, we didn't do mindfulness today." So it's beneficial for anybody because that's when you hear your true self. You're able to hear your intuition when you quiet down all the other things.
Wow, that is amazing. That is amazing. So, can you tell us a little more about the book that you wrote? You said it's amazing. It sounds
Yeah.
amazing because you sound amazing.
Thank you, Miss Rhonda. So this was a baby of mine since my children were very young. It became the idea because I'm alone with 2 toddlers all the time, and I was like studying them as an educator. You want to learn. I was watching them like, how are they learning this and that? How is this their little brain, and how are they processing this interaction or this toy or this? I mean, it was kind of fun for me because I'm a nerd, and so I started doing some studies on early child brain development, and I wanted to know these things. So life happens though, and super busy. So I did have a draft in 2018, and finally it's at the publisher now.
That is
And
wonderful.
it's called Sink or Swim Parenting, and it's a collection of my stories because I wasn't a perfect parent, and this isn't a how to be a perfect parent kind of book. This is, here's some of my struggles, here's some things that I did well, coming from my education and my background. And it's, each chapter is just kind of a snippet of just the important pillars that, all parents should be aware of. How emotional intelligence, your child's personality, what kind of parent are you? Um, Social skills, effects of technology. There's a chapter in there on food. There's a chapter there on self-care. How do you take care of yourself, right? So it's kind of like, I call it like the one-stop shop for quick, easy read. Also, I wanted to take out all the jargon and the big fancy words. Parents don't have time for that. They just give me some quick knowledge here and let's move along because I really only have 5 minutes today.
That is so cool. I'm telling you, to our audience, if you want to learn more about what Natalie has to offer parents, check out our website at nataliemccabe.com. What an awesome field that you're in, and so needed, Natalie. Oh my goodness, so needed
I
indeed.
know.
I'm excited. And so, one of the key words as we wrap up, one of the key words in our organization is the word empowerment. And I
Mhm.
like to ask our interviewees this question: what does empowerment mean to you? In light of everything that you do and the experiences that you've had, what does empowerment mean to you?
Empowerment means to me the ability to be your true, authentic self, to follow those passions that you have, because that, I feel, gives you that feeling of empowerment that nothing can stop you because this is what I'm doing, what I love to do. I appreciate and I know that I'm worthy. I have this gift to give to the world. That is true empowerment.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Natalie, thank you so much for being on the show today. It has been exciting to say the least.
Thank
Uh,
you, Dr. Rhonda.
yes. Yes. Thank you. And if you will just hang out just for a few minutes, I'm going to wrap up the show and I'll get right back with you. Okay.
All right, sounds good.
Okay. Oh my goodness. If you are a parent, and many of you are not alone. You've got Coach Natalie to help you to walk with you in this parenting journey. I'm telling you, I'll share a little secret with you. I I foster parented as a single person several years ago, maybe about 10 years ago. Now that I think about it, oh my goodness, I lasted 6 days. I'm telling you, 6 days. All I can say is my respect for single moms went through the roof. I don't know how you all do it. I don't know how. But I'm telling you, you all have a special gifting that only God can provide. Parenting, like Coach Natalie said, parenting is hard. There is no instruction manual unless you get her book. You got to get the book. But until you do, you're winging it. And that's scary, especially if you have unresolved trauma of your own from your own childhood and things that you've experienced in life. All of that spills over into your own parenting style. And so it's important that you get the help that you need, that you get the support that you need. That's why I just truly believe everybody needs a coach. And coaches around the globe, we know how to specialize. We're not, just trying to coach everybody that's human. We have specialty, we have niches. And Natalie's niche is parent coaching. And that is so important. How do you stay afloat, without just losing it? How do you, handle all these different things from the kids being toddlers to teenagers? How do you handle it all? How do you handle it when you have a toddler and a teenager? Oh my goodness, and everything in between. And so don't be afraid to reach out to Natalie because she can help you navigate this path called parenthood. It's so important. We appreciate our parents, even the ones that were not good, they got us here. Here we are. And we've got to determine at this point, how are we going to be the parents that we need to be for our children, despite our own experiences. Some of us have had good experiences in our childhood and some not so much, unfortunately. And so we have to make that decision about what type of parent we're going to be. And you don't have to make that decision alone. We've got a great coach in Natalie McCabe. Reach out to her at nataliemccabe.com. She can help you. And so I am so excited that you've been with us on Empowered Heart to Heart. And so until the next time, be blessed, be encouraged, but most of all, be empowered. And I'll see you on the next edition of Empowered Heart to Heart.